Today's meditation basically takes us to the purest point in the journey of the soul. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, this is the point where the soul first actually comes into existence. So that is the purest point of the journey of the soul, when we first emerge from our Creator's light. How do we try and understand this process? What do I mean? My dear friends, we have all emerged from the light of the Creator. We all accept that. And the scriptures say, and there's one in particular that's quite pertinent to this, it says, "Say he the Creator is one." So the Creator is unity, the Creator is oneness. So everything that's created, is of the oneness. Then it says, He is absolute and He is the origin, which means He is the source of everything. So the Creator is oneness, and He is the source of everything. He has no beginning and no end. Therefore, He is ever continuous. And He is beyond all imagination, which means He is beyond all human attributes and notions that we can think of. The things that our human mind can ascribe to something, our Creator is far beyond that. So He is beyond imagination. And this is a very important part in understanding what I'm going to share with you today. So each soul emerges from its ever-continuous origin. Ever-continuous origin. So at the point of emergence, the soul emerges from the light of the Creator, and it is brought into existence by the word be. Be. And when that word is ordained, it comes into being. So be and it is. Be and it is. After it has emerged, it then simply is. Be and it is. To understand this better, imagine a circle of light. And this circle has no beginning and no end. It is the circle of oneness, the origin, our source. No beginning and no end, as what the scriptures just said. So it is continuous. This circle is continuous. And when the command be is ordained, the soul emerges like a single ray of light that is emitted from the circle of light. And the ray is ever connected to its source. So it is not like a spark that separates from its source like we see in a fire. No. This ray is like a thread of light that emerges from the circle of light. And that is what the soul is. Ever connected to its source. It's a ray from its source. Now at this point of emergence, what does the soul know? It has just come into the existence through the command be. What does the soul know at this stage? Because it's pure, it's innocent. It only knows the Creator, for it is of the Creator. At this point, the soul is absolutely pure, and it is free of any attributes. One moment, it did not exist, so it was non-existent. The next moment, it exists as a ray of its source. When this soul, which emerges as be, manifests in our material world in human form, it continues to be just the way it was at emergence. But now, it has an association with a human form. It's not the human form, it is associated with the human form. This is why we are all referred to as human beings. Basically, we are beings in a human form, having a human experience. This human form comes with senses and human dimensions of thought, emotions, perceptions, good and bad, kind and cruel, happy and sad, light and dark. The soul embodies none of this. It is pure nothingness, free of all human attributes. A soul is neither good nor bad, neither happy nor sad, neither kind nor cruel. It has no thoughts, it has no emotions, it has absolutely nothing of a human nature. And this is very important to realize. A soul just is. It is pure, and it simply exists with nothing associated with it, nothing it embodies other than its knowledge of the Creator, and it's emerged as a ray from its Creator. This is why no material thoughts should be present when we meditate in search of the light, because the soul has a zero connection with them. They are just a noise and interference that does not belong in the soul's realm. So the soul is a ray of its source, and it exists in nothingness. Nothingness, my dear friends, is the purest form of humility when you are absolutely nothing. That's the purest form of humility. This is why when we meditate in search of the light of our Creator, it must be with absolute humility and zero control of a human nature, because the soul either resonates with your focus or it doesn't. And there is nothing you can do about it. If your focus is pure and your soul does resonate, you get the blessed experience. If it doesn't, there's nothing you can do about it. So it is your soul that decides, not you. It is your soul that resonates, not you. All you can do is keep trying to focus as best as you can. For that one moment, when the connection occurs and the enlightenment follows. So my dear friends, we control nothing, and we should expect absolutely nothing when we meditate. And remember what the scripture said, He is beyond all imagination, beyond all human attributes. So we cannot think of the search of our light from any human perspective. And this is where our patience becomes so important. Today, if we don't experience the light or are unable to focus, then we pray for another opportunity to try again tomorrow. And that's the mindset we need to have to ultimately achieve enlightenment. Now, when we go into zero thought and remain in nothingness, our mind has a chance of perceiving the soul if pure focus is present. Focus that is still, silent, and free of all material thoughts, which is why when we do our meditation, we free ourselves of material thoughts. We go still, we go silent. That's the focus required. And as I said earlier, when the soul emerges from its source, what does it know? It only knows its source and nothing else. This is why we need our linkage word. Our linkage word is a word we believe as representing our source. When this linkage word comes forth in our focus, the soul can resonate with it because it is a word that is of the source, and the soul only knows its source. This is why the linkage word is key to experiencing the soul and the light of the Creator. And the linkage word is a word of a language that the soul can respond to, because that's where its origin lies. That's what it remains ever connected to. So now with the linkage word, either we are given this word or we choose this word, but it is a word that we deeply ascribe as being representative of our Creator. It is the name of our Creator. So when we come with that linkage word in focus, that our soul resonates with. Any human thought that you bring in and you try to wildly imagine what you're looking for, zero connection, just noise and interference. And hence we have learned to date how to prepare for this meditation together now for several years, all taking us in that space of zero thought, nothingness, freedom from all material attributes, stillness, silence, and oneness. And we will continue with that, but today, in our meditation, we will add this one step of going back to our point of emergence, when our soul was as pure can be, and it will always be pure as pure can be. So we are going right towards what we are seeking correctly. And then, when we get to that point, we will invoke our linkage word and flow wherever each one of us is guided in a direction that is unique for each one of us. So once we engage in linkage, we flow. And I pray that you find much happiness and fulfillment in your meditation. So sit back, relax, and breathe freely. Let go of all your tensions, your worries, all your emotions. Let them leave your being. And breathe in peace, pure peace. As you repeat in your mind the word peace, peace. Be completely relaxed and be at pure peace. And I'd like you to imagine you're walking in the desert on a full moon night. The sky is filled with stars, twinkling stars. The moon is giving off a soft silver light that lights up the entire desert. Before you there are sand dunes, some small, some large, and they are all glowing with that soft silver light of the moon. There are no trees, there are no structures, just a pure, barren, beautiful desert. And the beauty of this desert lies in its simplicity. Take a moment and connect with the desert. Connect with the stars, the moon, the sand dunes, and the pure simplicity, which is a reflection of the inner nature of you. Pure, simple, elegant. Take a moment and connect with nature. So you're walking in the desert in a bright moonlit night. You can see clearly ahead. There's no darkness. And as you keep walking for a while, you begin to feel a bit tired. And then you come across two sand dunes, large sand dunes, and nested between them is a cave. And you walk into this cave, and put your heavy knapsack down, and you're so relieved to let go of this burden that you've had on your back. You sit on the floor of the cave, leaning against one of its walls to rest. The roof of the cave has a large opening, and the bright moonlight comes through this opening and fills the cave with light. All its walls are glowing with that soft silver light. This cave is completely peaceful, and it is completely still. It is so still that even time has come to a standstill. Even your watch has stopped ticking, for you are in the cave of timelessness, in complete stillness. You look ahead at you and you see on the floor of the cave a large white feather, which is not moving at all. It too is completely still. Everything in the cave is completely still. As you repeat in your mind the word stillness, stillness. Stillness. You are in pure stillness, complete stillness, in the cave of timelessness. And in this pure stillness, you now repeat the word silence. 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 You are in the cave of timelessness, in complete stillness, in pure silence. And before you go any further, you would like to achieve a state of pure lightness. You would like to disconnect and detach from all your material possessions. So you start by thinking about your home that you love, all its furnishings, artwork, everything about your home. You think about it, and then you take all that, including your home, out of your being and place it in the cave of timelessness next to you with deepest gratitude. Next, you think of all your material possessions, your jewelry, your belongings, your cars, your wealth, your investments, everything that you own. the material things you own. As you think of them, take them out of your being and place them in the cave of timelessness next to you. And then you think of all your loved ones, your friends, all your relationships, everyone you know. You think of them, take them out of your being, and place them in the cave of timelessness next to you. All your friends, relatives, loved ones, everyone in your life. Take them out of your being and place them in the cave of timelessness next to you. You are free of all material possessions, all material attachments, all relationships. You are completely light. You are in pure lightness, like the moment you were born, when you had no attachments, no connections, no possessions. You were just pure lightness. As you repeat the word in your mind, lightness. Lightness. As you unburden yourself of all material attachments. Lightness. Lightness. You are in pure lightness of being, pure stillness, silence, and completely detached from your entire material existence. And now you would like to go one step further. You go backwards to the point of emergence, when you, the soul, emerged from the light of your Creator. Imagine the light of your Creator as a circle of light. This is the light of oneness, the light of creation. And you emerge as a ray of this light, the light of oneness that is ever continuous. As you repeat in your mind, oneness. 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 You are in the light of oneness, in the circle of oneness, your Creator. And then the word be is ordained, and you come into being. You come into existence. The soul, like that ray of light that emerges from its source. You are ever connected to your source, for you are its ray. With the command of be, you have come into being. As you repeat in your mind, Be and it is. Be and it is. Be and it is. You have come into being, you have come into existence, like the ray that emerges from the circle of light, like a thread of light that is ever connected to its source. And this ray, this thread of light is filled with the light of your Creator. You, the soul, are the light of your Creator. And your Creator has a name, and its name, the name of your Creator, is your linkage word. And you start repeating your linkage word so that your soul, the light, may reverberate with this word. For the Creator is all your soul knows. And the linkage word is the name of your Creator. I will repeat the word origin in slow rhythm. You will repeat your linkage word. As you let this word reverberate with your soul, and may it guide you to the light of our Creator. Origin. Origin. Keep repeating your linkage word in slow rhythm for as long as you wish. At your point of emergence, pure as you are, have come into being. Origin.